our best-selling product, which is our white vinegar, actually got into its first retail chain. At the end of the day, you got to be humble enough to accept the environment for what it is and just do whatever you can to just distinguish yourself, make yourself look a little bit more premium. The last couple of years, we had done about 5 million plus in sales. We were thinking we were going to be about 6 million this year in sales.
Can you introduce yourself and give like the viewers a brief overview of your business and and what you guys do, just for someone who's just tuning in?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So my name is Edgar. I've been selling on Amazon FBA for about the last 7 years. We've done over $20 million in sales since we started. We've seen great returns. We've been super happy using the platform. The company that I work for is my dad's company. And so my dad started a company back in 2003, and it had nothing to do with retail. It was just a food service, basically brand that provided lemon and lime juice to large distributors and restaurants and bars. And then when I joined the company and my brother joined, we decided to take what he had already built as a foundation, launch a couple new products, and then go on to Amazon as an actual retail brand, no longer just a food service brand. And so, years later, we've done really well. We've been able to be competitive in regards to price. We've been able to get a bunch of good reviews. We've got thousands of 5-star reviews on our listings. We've marketed ourselves pretty well. We're a family-owned, family-operated brand. And most recently, we launched an entire line of organic, non-GMO certified products.
And if you guys want to go watch the full story, you can check out Edgar's. We have him on the podcast and we have him on the featured channel with Travis. So you guys can check it out there. But since our last interview, what significant milestones or achievements have you guys reached?
Oh, that's a great question. Significant milestones. Yeah, great question. Okay, so one very exciting piece of information is our best-selling product, which is our white vinegar, actually got into its first retail chain since we last saw.
Congratulations.
So we did get a product into retail. We were hoping to get more in, and it's very difficult to get in. I actually was watching several of Travis's videos because he has some great information on how to get an FBA brand into retail. He's got an unbelievable video up on his channel on that. And so we actually took a lot of the advice from that video. We started working with a brokerage agency, and that brokerage agency, lo and behold, was not able to get any of our products into retail. Wow. It was actually a friend of a friend that we knew who worked at a certain company with a certain broker who said, "Hey, what's your best-selling product?" They checked it out on Amazon. They thought it was incredible. They saw that the feedback was great. And so our white vinegar gallon is actually in over 300 locations of Kroger in Texas.
Nice. I'm familiar with Kroger. I used to live in the Midwest, and we don't have them out here in California.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
No,
I
I
haven't seen Kroger.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in Michigan. Kroger was the spot to go to.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that was our biggest milestone. I think starting from day one, I understood that if we did well on the internet, we could do well on the shelf. So it's taken several years of a lot of hard work and consistent practice and work, but we saw our first one get in. So we might have some other opportunities here shortly with like our organic apple cider vinegar and such. So we'll see.
Yeah, and congratulations. I mean, that's really exciting, and that's definitely a milestone of achievement. And that's the power of networking too. Like you said, like it was a friend of a friend who got you guys this deal, which is just to show you the power of networking and the community that you can be a part of. It really makes a difference sometimes, And you were mentioned earlier, there are some challenges that you guys are having with Amazon, unfortunately. But that's the reality with Amazon. Like sometimes they do make the same products that you're making, and they drop the price. And but I know people appreciate brand owners and like brands that are thriving and and coming up versus like an Amazon brand? Like if I see something on Amazon sometimes, like yes, if I'm trying to save money, like I'll go for the Amazon maybe brand and just like save money on it. But
Yeah.
sometimes like the brand stands out and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm getting that brand because like they're really putting their heart into it. Like not
Yeah.
like Amazon. Amazon is just like another China company trying to like steal your product and sell it. Like
Yeah, we have, what's interesting too is we have a lot of, I mean, in some of our listings, we've got, more reviews than Amazon's own listings. And again, we at the end of the day, it's interesting. Like either you're going to succumb to what your environment is kind of putting you in a position of, or you're just going to fight back.
mhm,
That's really what it comes down to. Whether it's, I mean, because really, whether you're on Amazon.com or you're on a shelf in Target, you're never going to own the whole thing. You know what I mean?
right.
Or else you'd be Target, or else you'd be Amazon. And so if you're a brand trying to really, put yourself in a good position, at the end of the day, you got to be humble enough to accept the environment for what it is and just, as you were kind of mentioning, do whatever you can to just distinguish yourself, make yourself look a little bit more premium. Maybe a higher price is okay, but have better marketing or have a better brand story, or improve your packaging so that people can tell, like exactly what you were saying. Like, wow, people are, this brand, this company, these people are putting their heart and soul into this, and that's something that we really took to heart. Ultimately, we, of course, Amazon is, it's hard competition. It is, but they're Amazon and we're Lucy's and we're different. And so we're
Like,
going to show why, we're different, and why we believe we offer an incredible value to the customer.
yeah, like Amazon can never be Lucy's, in terms of like flavor and quality. Are they selling organic
Exactly.
too?
They're not selling a whole ton of that. They are in some categories, but ours is pretty specific. So like for one example that we've seen, our ginger juice is doing really good. We import these roots to our facility, our food manufacturing facility. We actually press all of this in-house. We take the juice, we pasteurize it, we fill it in glass bottles, we put our label on the bottle, and then we send it out to Amazon. Our packaging is superb. It took us 2 years to basically formulate the entirety of this product. So it took us a long time and it was a lot of work. It would be very hard for a company like Amazon to replicate the kind of quality and taste and sourcing and packaging that took us basically 2 years to do. So again, it's like they could launch a product like that, but again, is it going to be the same flavor, the same purity? Is it coming from the same farms that we're sourcing from? So again, all those things are tough to replicate. It takes a lot of time.
Definitely. Yeah, no, you guys are putting the real work in. And how are you guys like managing to, have you like tried anything on the platform to distinguish, like, to overcome this challenge? Have you like changed any of the images or the branding around it?
Yeah, good question. Okay, so we just literally 2 weekends ago, we filmed our first ever company brand video. And, one of our distinctives is that we are a family owned and family operated company. So there's multiple members of the family that actually work in the company, have, positions of responsibility in the company. And, that distinction, it really creates an interesting story.
Yeah,
It's rare to find a family in today's day and age that sticks together. It's even more rare to find a family that works together. I mean, that's get very, very rare. So we decided that we would love to show our customers that have been with us throughout the years, and potential new customers that, ultimately we're not just another corporation. We're not just another company. We're not just another product. Really, what we are is we're a family that has come together to agree to create a certain amount of products under a common goal for the good of other people so that we could also make a living that way. And so we want to kind of show them who we are so that they understand, like, these products are products you can trust. What we're saying about these products is true. Truth is what we've established, our brand really on. It's what our family believes in and wants to continue to champion and follow. And so, we think that we're a big part of the value behind the brand is just like, look, we're not, we're not some far distant CEO just looking at spreadsheets and saying we need more profit this month. Like,
Mm,
lower the quality of the product. No, I mean, we love the product. We use the products ourselves for our own health issues, actually. Like a lot of the products help us in a lot of different ways with our own health. So yeah, that brand video we think is going to be pretty special. We also did like, some family photo shoots, and we have a whole new product photo shoot coming out as well that we did alongside the brand video. So that'll be pretty exciting. We're really looking forward to seeing the reaction our customers have to it.
I love that, and I can't tell you how many people like stand behind family-owned and farmer-based
Yeah,
businesses. I'm me myself, and I love the farmers market, and I see how much like people really stand behind and support those businesses, because like you said, it's just not, there's a difference between like just another cooperation and like a family owned business that believes in the product, and it's like sourced and made in house, and like it's really significant.
absolutely.
Would you mind sharing, if you don't mind, like how much did that affect the business with Amazon? Because you said your projections.
Yeah, I think we said something along the lines of the last couple of years we had done about 5 million plus in sales. We were thinking we were going to be about 6 million this year in sales. We are probably going to land somewhere in the 4.5 million range. So
Okay.
our sales are taking a dip is what we're seeing now. Again, it's an interesting situation that we're in, because in one way you could look at it on paper and you could say, well, their sales are looking so far, I mean, we're halfway through the year, think a lot could still happen, but you could say, look, their sales are looking like it's going to be worse this year than last year, and that is what it's looking like.
Mm,
However, we have healthier sales this year than we do last year. And that is a very important metric to consider when looking at long-term success. The reason I say healthier sales is because the sales that we're actually seeing increase, like day over day, month over month, are the sales that are coming from our newly launched products. So the products that have been there for a long time are now facing a lot of competition, and some of the sales have been split between Amazon listings and our listings. But all of our new sales are coming from these new products, and they're doing incredibly well. These are extremely hard products to replicate. And so what we're seeing is when these younger, newer launched products continue to grow over the next 2 years, we actually believe that they're going to perform better than the conventional products we had, even if there was no Amazon competition. It's a possibility. It depends again on the market. It depends on what people are going to be willing to pay for a premium organic product versus a conventional product. So we'll see. We'll kind of see how that all balances out. But I would say, yeah, our sales are going down. That's a part of business. Every year you're not always going to make more and more profit. But we do think that long term we've positioned ourselves to be in a healthier place.
nice. And what are some like skills or knowledge have you gained in like throughout this whole process that you can share with like new sellers and or just in general?
Yeah. It's interesting. One of Amazon's got these 20 leadership principles they teach all of their employees. And so I've looked into them because I mean, they're one of the best companies in the world. And so, looking to who is excellent, usually, you can become excellent yourself, or at least take some excellence from them. And one of their leadership principles that I deeply admire is known as dive deep. Dive deep. And so the philosophy behind what they teach their employees is it's the person who understands the nitty gritty of the details of what it is they're doing that becomes successful. So it's the person who actually reads the book, right? It's the person who opens the instruction manual and actually goes through step by step how to put the desk together, rather than just think they know how to do it and then slap it all together. So my encouragement, and I think what I've been able to learn, especially this last year, is how much more I actually still need to learn about both business, about product development, about quality, about marketing, about advertising. I just continue to realize year after year that I have so much more to continue to be, grasping and putting into myself that I can then take, formulate in my mind, and then put out and create. And so I think, yeah, I would just tell people getting on Amazon, don't go too quick. Go deeper than you would further, in a sense. Like, really understand what it is you're doing. Read as much of the help pages on Amazon as you can. Talk to as many Amazon sellers. When you choose your product, I mean, really, really know your product. Use your product. See what's wrong about your product, or see where it can fall short, if possible. And all products do. That's why there's, limitless innovation year after year. Be able to basically give a speech about your own product to other people. That's how deeply you have to know it. If it's a food product, know the ingredients, and don't just know the ingredients, but where do those ingredients come from? And so it's like all these details that make you superior, and it begins to show in your marketing, and just in your conversations, that, like, no, this person's done the homework. They've read the book. Like, they actually know what they're talking about. And that develops that key prize of trust. It develops trust with your consumer. And if you can develop trust, I mean, you can go as high as the sky.
Yeah, that's really good, the framework. And I remember in the beginning, and I feel like that's what a lot of people are getting sold, is that, get rich quick, and everyone is in a rush thinking that it's going to happen overnight, or it's going to happen in few months, and it's said and done. And no, it is a continuous process. And the deeper you get, the better understanding you will have of the system and what works and what not. And that's a really good advice. And I did you mention that you went to Amazon last week? Was that?
Yeah, I did. So again, super cool. Last year, they reached out to our company, and they recognized us as being an up and coming brand on Amazon. And they had seen that we had been consistent. We had been, as I said, diving really deep into our products, teaching our customers a lot about uses and the ingredients and all these different things. And so they reached out to us. We did a series of social media commercials, and Amazon was really happy with the way they came out and how they performed. And so they emailed us again, about 2 months ago, and they said, hey, listen, we'd love to continue working with your brand. We see your brand as continuing to develop incredible products, and you guys are really offering quality on Amazon. And so I think they kind of see us now as not just a company trying to make money on Amazon, but we're offering even Amazon's customers something that's special and unique, beautiful and valuable. And so Amazon wanted to continue to invest in us. And so they said, grab one of your new products if you'd like, and let's shoot a commercial about how Amazon helps small business, and how it's helped a small business like yourself, and bring your product, and we'll put it in one of the product shots. And so yeah, they flew me up, and I got to spend time with some of the marketing team, and I got to meet a lot of really cool people. I'll tell you something, Amazon knows what they're doing. They are, and I mean it in the best way, they're such a sharp group of people. And if they see that you care about making an excellent product, they're going to find you. Because as we mentioned, a lot of people are just looking to make money. Now, we have to make money, or else it's just a hobby. So it's not that making money is wrong. It's just that it becomes very obvious in your work, in your interactions, when that's what you care about the most. It becomes very obvious. When what you care about the most is actually creating an incredible service or product for a customer, that also becomes pretty obvious. And so I think when they see that, they're willing to continue to invest in brands. So it was a lot of fun. I got to tour Amazon headquarters, got to get dinner with them. And so I was up in Seattle for several days, just kind of spending time with some of the team.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Speaking of like, the team and meeting with Amazon and their marketing team, and have you like attended any workshops or networking events that contribute to your business growth?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, yeah, okay, first thing I would say is the most beneficial thing on my journey has been actually doing it. So I have attended some very helpful things, but the most helpful has been doing it. So what I mean by that is like, Amazon's platform, it's big. It's big. I mean, people are making entire careers, six-figure salaries now out of just running for another company their Amazon platform. That's like how complex it is now. And so it can be daunting. And so you can kind of get stuck in the phase of just, okay, let me learn everything I can about it rather than actually like just log on. Like just log on, get in, try to make a shipment, send it. You might do it all wrong, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what you did wrong. You'll stick to it. So doing it has been the most helpful. Definitely, I have joined some things like Amazon Accelerate. I've done usually with almost all of these, I've done just the virtual, the virtual logins or being able to kind of watch some of their programs or lectures online. And I've also watched some of Travis's videos for sure. He was extremely helpful. He's got great advice on a wide array of different things. Talking to people who are doing it, that's probably the best people to learn from. But like I said, I personally would encourage everybody, you just got to do it. Like you just got to do it, and then you'll pick it up. You'll pick up the feel of what it is and how it works in your own mind better than anybody can
Yeah.
explaining it to you.
Yeah, doing it is the best way to learn it, and
Yeah,
then you'll start having your own questions, and you know where to dive in and explore,
yeah.
and it's a continuous learning journey, and it gets exciting. Like in the beginning it might be daunting a little bit because you're like, oh, this is a lot, but I feel like once you get into it, especially when you start making a little bit of money and you're like, oh, this is exciting, like this is this is fun.
It is. Oh, it is. No, it's thrilling. I mean, I wake up every day. I'm so blessed. I thank the Lord for the opportunities given me to make awesome products and to sell on Amazon. I think it's one of the neatest things in the world. Our generation, I know that, we have a lot of issues that we're dealing with, but at the same time, we've also been given tools that no one in human history has ever had the opportunity to use. So
Yeah.
I'm thankful, deeply thankful for that opportunity.
Yeah, and speaking of which, like how has your journey, as a business owner and Amazon seller impacted your personal life and growth in that sense?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, yeah, that's an amazing question. So, the story really goes, I basically was almost fired twice from the company, and a lot of it had to do with laziness, undiscipline, lack of focus. I didn't grow up serious. I wasn't a serious person. I didn't understand that there was bills that had to be paid, that I was going to have I didn't understand the weight of life. Right. And so, as you get older, you start realizing the consequences begin to come out and show in your life if you don't take life seriously, if you don't live it the right way. And so it was incredible for me because although I got a business degree, I've learned more on Amazon's platform about business than I
Mm,
ever did in school. Okay.
mm,
It's not even in close in comparison. I wish I hadn't gone to school. I wish I had just started selling on Amazon instead of doing a 4-year degree. I mean, honestly. But
mm.
again, I'm so grateful for the degree. I had some good moments, good lessons there. But Amazon's platform, look, the tools that they provide you, like for example, the customer review tool, most people are just hoping that they get good reviews, which is fine. But the thing is, that's actually a tool to teach you how to offer a better product. Because if you're willing to listen to the customer on the customer review page, that'll teach you what? It'll teach you how to become somebody who can listen to others. And
Mm.
if you don't want to change your product, if you don't want to oblige, or you don't want to just humble yourself and think, you know what, could the flavor of my product actually be improved? I've seen a couple people complain about this. Can we do anything to improve it? If that's not your attitude, you're going to fail. But if that is your attitude, you are slowly becoming a person who is now humble and willing to listen to others. Those two qualities in life, again, it can take you as high as the sky, being humble and willing to listen to others. And that's on one tool called customer reviews.
Yeah.
So interacting with Amazon's platform and continuing to remind myself that I'm here to serve other people has been instrumental in shaping both like my character and who I am, and how I view others, and how I view the opportunity I'm in. It's a lot of responsibility, and I should take it seriously, and I should continue to do what I can to serve others, improve their experience, or improve the product, whatever it may be. But yeah, I think it's been an unforgettable journey. I'm still learning every day. I still got a lot of areas in my life and character that are being worked on, that are making me a better businessman, and I guess I would just say, like, a better character. It's forming my character more and more each day.
No, definitely, very well said. And I know we're running out of time here. We have 5 minutes left, but thank you for sharing all of that. I appreciate you, coming back and sharing the progress and the setbacks that that comes with running a business.
Yeah.
It's always going to be challenging but rewarding. And I would like to invite you to on the feature channel, of course, and but I like to end those podcasts with like a message, especially for our audience who are beginning on this journey. And I would just ask you, and you've shared already, but just to end it on a positive note, what advice would you give like new Amazon sellers or those who are struggling to grow their business? And looking back, is there anything you wish you've done differently?
Sure. So for the first question, the advice that I would give is you need to be around somebody that's doing it better than you are. That is my number one piece of advice. And the reason why is because there are a lot of mistakes that you're making that you don't know that you're making. And most of it probably has to do with the person that you actually are. And so you can take a product that isn't perfect, but if you're the right kind of person, if you have the attributes and the skill set and the attitude that you need, you can take a product that isn't great, it's okay, and you can make an incredible product, and you can build an incredible business. But that happens because of the type of person you are. And so when you are around somebody who is better than you are, or is finding more success than you are, if you can learn from another Amazon seller, you're going to begin to pick up their attitude, their energy, their mindset, and you'll be able to adopt that into your own character. That is what's going to take you further than finding the perfect product, or because everything changes. I mean, products are good one season, and then nobody wants them the next. I mean, things always change. So focus on becoming the right person. Find that person, and then follow them as closely as you can. And then second question, what was your second question?
Is there anything you wish you've done differently?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, one, I started earlier, right? I think, look, yes, yeah, no, really, that is my real answer. I wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time. So if I could have looked at myself when I'm 30 years old now, if I could have looked at myself when I was 23, and I had met myself, the first thing I would have said was, time is precious, it's valuable, it's fleeting, and you can never get it back. Use the time that you have right now to learn and to grow and to take risk and to focus on, Amazon, business, learning, reading, studying, whatever it is, exactly where each individual is at. Focus on the right thing. Put away the video games, put away the trips that don't really matter. You know what I mean? Put away the festivals that really are just going to waste time and money. I mean, just put these things away. A lot of fun can come later in life, but just focus on the right things. Focus on building the business, because time, you can't get it back. And so I wish I wouldn't have wasted as much time.
Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Edgar, we ran out of time, but thank you for joining us, and appreciate you, man.
Of course.
I want to congratulate you on all the success, and good luck with your, with everything that you guys are foreseeing and planning, and on the new commercial that's coming out. That's going to be really good.
Thanks.
And would like to see you on the main channel soon.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just let me know what I can do for you guys. And again, thanks for your patience this morning. I really appreciate that on your part.